that. But it's very cool. Like, Prince definitely...
Oh, my God.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God. We're starting this off with an insane beginning here. This is wild.
Yeah.
Now, is this going to get spotted? Now, we did see SOS do a DT warping with a Nexus. All right, this is spotted. I was going to say, like, you know, it's funny, but I guess it is not uncommon to try to scout for a Nexus in your main now.
This is SOS's fault. You know,
Yeah,
SOS plays the next match.
Yeah.
So if he's here right now, watching this game, he is laughing.
Yeah, or
he's
he's
like,
going,
oh, dude, that's not
"Hey."
how you do it. You got to keep the probe alive so he can't get over there. Okay, he's making
It's bunker rushing the Nexus.
Yeah.
This may be overkill. I'm not completely sure.
Well, I mean, if you're not going to cancel a Nexus, it does take a while to take this down. Like, it is going to finish, right?
Yeah, it is.
I guess he gets the warp in.
Yeah, I guess that's one of the funny things about this specifically is that you can't really, I mean, the Nexus is just so beefy that, you know, spotting it is not like half the battle in this case. So we've got the warp in, we've got a Widow Mine here, but of course you can just shade by this.
Yeah.
I think these buildings were, the idea behind it was to try to plug this up so that you couldn't really come through, but already we have a lot of damage coming down, staying out of range of the Widow Mine, one-shotting these Marines, only leaving the SCVs here.
Oh my God.
I'm not sure how good or bad this is.
Well,
the Adepts shade away. Keep in mind he can, with a pylon there, I was going to say with the probe out, you can warp in another round.
Yeah, you can warp in now. The strat. I love it. He's making more probes as well. If the probe pops out and takes the mine hit, oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, almost.
But I guess that bunker probably would have gotten it anyways. So now he has the Stalkers, which can be microed more heavily, but obviously take a bunch of damage there. This is one of the most insane things that I have seen. This is like SOS's son.
This is why we watch StarCraft 2, man. It's like for moments like this. Yeah, this is SOS's son. This is a...
I can't even believe this.
All right, so the Cyclone's out, and that's going to be it.
He's opening Oracle, so it seems like a pretty normal opener thus far. Oh, he gets air attacks. Okay, well, we're going to stay down the route of craziness, and, you know, I prefer it that way. Is he actually going to go Void Ray, though? Like, is it going to be
Yeah, I think
he is.
I
guess. Another Void Ray being made, so, like, another Stargate as well. So he's doing almost a PvZ build right now.
Yeah.
But he's coming across the map. He does have that +1, which is kind of scary. Very interesting. I mean, I guess he's probably going into Colossus as well. If he goes Disruptor, I'm just going to truly lose it.
Yeah, that would be weird. I was actually thinking about Disruptor before you said it, but I thought, I don't know. Okay, now this is funny because, you know, that's also... That's also one way to basically stop them from having anything of value later on. I mean,
wait a minute.
It was about maybe 2 years ago, 3 years ago, we were talking about this new meta, and it was especially common in TVT of dropping where the tech lab is and killing the stim. And I mean, it's very smart because stim is like the most important upgrade for Terran to actually get the ball rolling, assuming they're going infantry. But I guess you can just blindly fly in there and blow up their tech lab with Void Rays. And
it's not hard to know stim timings.
No.
It is going to be Void Ray Disruptor Tasteless. This is actually, like, there was a period in time where this was a real composition in Protoss versus Protoss. We also saw more Stargates and a Fleet Beacon, so I assume we're going to see carriers as well.
That's right.
But if he goes Tempest, my brain is going to super explode. No, he's actually in Void Ray speed. Okay. Upgrading Void Rays a bit more, that makes sense as well.
Yeah, he's going for shoulder pads, is what I call them.
Void Ray shoulder pads.
He's upgrading Protoss shoulder pads, so that's cool.
Those are important.
Yep.
That's how you scare bears away.
That's right.
All right, that's a lot of voids coming in.
Well, he might lose his fight, but with the shoulder pads upgrades, his Protoss units will look like dock workers. So,
okay, he hits a disruptor shot. He moves back to cannons. This is complete madness.
Yeah, but you know the real problem is that the Terran can kind of orbit around the outside of the base and take fights here and there. These Void Rays are going to make a counterattack, but I mean, if Terran picks up on this, Terran could just dive into one of these bases. Am I wrong?
But you could recall them back, right? You can stack all your voids and just pop them back where you need them. And he has a lot of shield batteries and cannons around. So look, he can actually target things down so quickly. Look at that, kills this immediately, gonna kill off the siege
target
tank.
the command centers, maybe?
TY has to go home. This is too much damage.
Yeah, I was wondering about this.
Oh my god, look at him. Look how quickly he kills that.
Oh my god, this is like what happened to the humans in Independence Day. Remember that? Oh, all right. If he just gets the other command center, okay, he's gonna get away.
Please let this be the new meta. He's actually fighting a bunch of Marines here and missile turrets. Looking a little bit scary. Okay, the stim up here, going to kill a lot. Oh man, TY just styling right there. But the Void Rays.
Can you imagine if you never saw Starcraft before and like this is your first game? You're like, well, what is Protoss doing with those units? Those need to be removed immediately. Like, oh, actually, they weren't really used that much historically.
Can you imagine though? Also, if you were a StarCraft 2 player that plays all the time and you saw Void Rays and you also said that.
This is a game absolutely Protoss can win. It's already looking like Protoss is somewhat in favor here. I guess the question is, can the standard Terran composition actually fight this? You know, you're seeing a lot of structures just get killed, and the Void Rays basically leave unpunished. We're having that again here too.
What do you? Well, he doesn't even get one that time. Like he's bruising them and stuff. But
yeah, but by then the damage is already done. I mean, he shut down an upgrade. That's huge. He's expanding to a 5th base. A 5th base. Carriers are inbound
you
here.
need a lot of base to get capital ships, man. You can't just do that in 1 or 2 bases. So what newbies do.
And now we're going to have an attack over. There are ghosts. Okay, he's actually just going to completely scrap this.
Yeah, it feels like he needs, for some of these locations, especially with his current composition, he needs to like kind of sneak it in and get everything finished, like the buildings, the defensive structures, or he can't really do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's trying to just sneak to the other side and make another Nexus. I mean, he's going to have a lot of carriers pretty soon here. We do have some Vikings joining in the sky, but like Vikings can beat these units. Are they going to in this situation? He needs more starports, I think, if he wants to do like the Viking counter. I guess Vikings are a good support, though, for the Stim Marines with some EMPs coming out.
Yeah, I could see that. This, by the way, is probably the best game we've had of Prince so far. I mean, I know he's down 0-2, so it's kind of hard to imagine TY getting killed 3 times in a row by anybody, but this is at least the start of that. The thing is, TY is very strong in late game. He's very capable of bouncing back, and although there's been periods in this game where Prince is ahead, and I think the most exciting part is it's the way that he's ahead. He's even making 2 more Stargates, so he's just kind of going all in on carriers. Tempests are an option as well on Void Rays, as we've already seen. But you know, how does TY, now that he is up to his 4th base and soon to have his 5th, how does he handle that?
Yeah. It's a really good question. The more I'm looking at this with the amount of disruptors he has and everything.
Ooh.
Oh, that was quick by TY. Good reaction there. The mine hit, very important. The quick repair, immediately bringing his units over. But yeah, I think we just need to see more and more and more Vikings.
Oh, this is actually going to be a pin here. He can actually kill off literally every Void Ray. And look at the look at what he has now. Now the carriers are here. The Void Rays can be remade, but that's a pretty.
Do you want the Voids?
I don't know, actually.
Like, if your opponent is making a lot of Vikings, might it be better to add in some Tempests so that you can actually fight the Vikings? Because the Vikings can theoretically kite everything, right?
Yeah, that's true. I wonder if just getting Psystorm as well might be an option here.
Yeah, no, Psystorm is I think that's a reasonable idea. Also, I guess there's different styles that you can play this as the carrier user, right? You can try to fly around the sides of the map, maybe get a mothership so you get multiple recalls to get them out of areas. Also, the Vikings can't really kite them if they're sitting in a more defensive stance around cannons, so you could utilize that. At that point, I think we have to get into maybe even nukes to help counteract this a little bit, make them walk away from the static.
It could be like some of these TVZs we've seen here, where, you know, they have enough defenses which don't require supply that you have to start using your own supply in that way.
Oh, he made a ground unit. Look at that. Okay. We have a Colossus out. Single adept somewhere.
Yeah, 6 disruptors. Is that too much?
No, I think 6 is good. That's a good number, I think. Like, obviously 2 is too low. 4, like, things can go wrong with 4. 6, though, you have, like, enough that even if you're getting one picked off everything, you're going to hit a good disruptor shot if your opponent really, dives upon you. Okay, the probe count, pretty healthy, 64, 72 SCVs, 4 TY, pretty normal for him. Look at that. The Colossus is the leader of the army.
That's right.
He's got his Vanguard Void Rays in the front, his carrier fleet behind.
All right, we're going to have that fight happen now here. Good snipe on the Void Ray here. Nice EMP as well on those carriers. I mean, I guess they do bunch up enough. You could pretty much take out all the shields pretty easily.
Okay, let's see if he can kite these correctly. Okay, great EMP goes down, and look at how hard he's actually countering some of these carriers. Like, he is killing them off when he's taking the shots, but the DPS of carriers is extremely high.
Yeah, it seems like there's so much that would have to be micromanaged correctly here from Terran, but it has, it looks like it's not fatal.
Yeah, and don't forget, you can lose some carriers, right? Like, if you're doing a bunch of damage with them.
Right.
Like, okay, yeah, he picks one off, but it's not like you're out of money here as Prince. You can continue to refill them.
He needs more Vikings so that he can actually get the one shot off. The fact that he's having to double volley this is really hurting him. I actually think Protoss just won. The count is low enough. The disruptors, if they're kept safe, I think he can push in.
I love how much the one Colossus helps in this this silly looking game where it's like all these Marines underneath really helping, and then the Colossus takes 2 swipes and really ruins things for them.
Yeah, it's like the Marines can't really stand their ground just long enough, and this is going to be one of these games they're going to push on to production, and I think the count might just be small enough that it doesn't really matter. The interceptors alone proxied Stargate, so... Oh, proxied Starport and Stargate. Okay. So this is where they're both trying to play abnormal. We could end up with a kind of a weird game here from here on out. So he's stopped the eBay from being present. He started the Nexus, but there's an asterisk by this fast expand with the, proxied Stargate there to put the pressure on.
All right, the Stalker going to come up. He did miss the Stargate as he walked past, or the Starport, rather. A couple of Hellions going to pop out here. He does have a Marine as well. This is all coming up. Kind of pull back a little bit here, but definitely can out-micro him. And a Void Ray on the way. All right. It's me making a Void Ray.
Yeah, and I mean, with a Void Ray at this Starport, Stargate, excuse me, gotta get my star building straight here.
There's nothing that shoots up.
Yeah, there's nothing that shoots up, and obviously this is not going to be a setup for a game that looks like the last one.
Now, that all being said, there's not going to be a lot at home to stop a Hellion draw.
Yeah, very true. The Hellions can do damage much more quickly than a Void Ray ever could.
Yeah, look at this. He actually cancels the add-on and starts a mine. That is not the greatest counter here. Even if you hit the mine, it's not going to kill it.
The thing is, though, I mean, this base... It really is naked here for Prince. I mean, the Void Ray can do a lot of damage, but not as quickly as the Hellions. There's an eBay coming here. It would be great if he could get underneath that and kill the SCV making it.
Oh, he goes after the mine.
I don't even know who wins this fight. Okay.
Oh, and that's too bad. He's also losing all of his probes over here. Well, it was an interesting series, but it's looking pretty darn bad for Prince right now. He's down to 15 workers. He will finish off that mine as his next Void Ray comes out.
The second,
a bunker finishes, which is so important.
Yeah, the second Void Rays here, they're both killing each other off in such a incredible fashion here. I actually think Protoss maybe can win, but then I see this medevac come in here with 3 more Hellions, and there just isn't a whole lot to stop this.
Yeah, look at him push forward with a mine.
Now, the Viking can kite these Void Rays if done correctly for an insanely long time. But they're both having to micro on different fronts here. It's 18 workers to 14, Prince in the deficit still. The Void Rays are chased away. The Hellions attacking on here.
All right, another Void Ray does come in, and he is just fighting here against the Marines. Loses it, unfortunately. You can see him throw his head back and open his mouth. Definitely some miss micro. You're right, the multitasking not working out there for Prince. Yeah, I think that that's just about that. I mean, that got dangerous for TY, though. If there was perfect execution from the Void Rays, I think Prince actually wins in that situation.
I mean, the big story was when he committed on the Widow Mine. I was pretty sure that the Widow Mine should be able to burrow first, but I thought maybe Prince 100%. Knew something that I didn't there, getting those shots off. GG as that last Void Ray explodes.